What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out the youngest living Medal of Honor recipient, Kyle Carpenter's story. This is by the Heritage Foundation. I will leave a link down below in the description to the original video. If you want to watch it without me waffling over the top of it, you can certainly go and do that. This happened in 2010, it says in the description, so it's smack bang in the middle of me being in the Royal Marines, which would make sense because I kind of recognize him, or the picture of him I kind of recognize, so maybe I've seen him online or something like that. He was in the Marines around the time I was in the Marines, and so I'm pretty sure in the description it says something about a live grenade in Afghan. So this is going to be a super interesting video. You know how passionate I am about these very important, very big stories that happen in the military. And it's a short video. It's only 5 minutes long, so sit back, relax, get yourself a cup of coffee, cup of tea. Let's watch this video and enjoy this remarkable man's story. Medal of Honor recipient. Youngest Medal of Honor recipient. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? Let's go.
I joined the Marine Corps because I wanted to devote my life, my body, if need be, to something greater than myself or any one individual.
Wow, so he joined the year after me. I was in 2008 to 2012. Yeah, it's crazy how quickly, if this event happened in 2010, how quickly events can change. And I remember when I joined, and I'm trying to think of the reasons I joined the Royal Marines. Obviously, I had a big influence from my dad, who was a bit of a war hero. And I say bit as an understatement. You can't even see me face with the hat on forwards. Let me turn the hat the other way and you can see me face a bit better. Yeah, and I think it was a mix of that. I think it was a mix of not really having any other job opportunities, or like didn't think I was like shining in any other subject. But also I think there's this weird urge as a young man, isn't there, where you really do want to be a part of something bigger than yourself. And I think this is a whole nother story in general, but I think that's probably a reason why a lot of young men feel lost these days, is because they don't feel like they have a purpose, and having purpose when you're a young man is incredibly important.
In 2010, I deployed with 2nd Battalion, 9th Marines to Marja, Afghanistan. We were constantly attacked, just like we were every single day for the entire deployment. The fighting was very intense, and it wasn't a matter of, okay, is it gonna happen, but just a matter of when.
Oh.
Myself and an amazing friend and fellow Marine, Lance Corporal Nick Eufrazio, we were on top of that roof together. We were near the end of our 4-hour post position on top of the roof when the enemy initiated a daylight attack with hand grenades. I felt like I got hit really hard in the face. My vision was as if I was looking at a TV with no connection. It was just white and gray static. I thought about my family.
It kind of reminds me, a friend of mine who was in the Royal Marines was, he was in his base and some sort of explosive was thrown over the side and he got caught up in it. I actually saw him the other day. We went for a drive and a chat. It was actually really, really nice. But it kind of reminds me of that story to some extent.
How devastated they were going to be, especially my mother, that I didn't make it home from Afghanistan. And I closed my eyes and I faded out of consciousness for what I thought was going to be my last time on this earth.
Wow. Oh my God. Three years. That's a long recovery, that is, isn't it? 3 years. My God. These stories really, like, move me in a way. I know I was in the British military, but a lot of us Brits, and I know a lot of Americans as well, in the military, see the Brits as brothers, and so we were almost one in a way. And so seeing this type of stuff, just like it's haunting. Do you know what I mean?
My injuries were so severe that still 9 years later, it's hard to comprehend that I survived.
Yeah. Holy. The fact that he did that and like he doesn't even like remember it. He just did it automatically, not even thinking, just straight away did it is just remarkable, isn't it?
I would encourage future generations. Not everyone has the freedoms and the peace and the chance and hope for democracy that we have here. Don't go through every day just thinking that we're just here because we're here. You know, we got here because of incredible amounts of courage and sacrifice.
Hell yeah. I wonder if he wrote a book about any of this. I mean, if it all happens so quick and he doesn't really know much about it, then I guess there isn't that much to write about, is there really? But I think a book, if he wrote one, is more of a testament of his character and how he became the person that does something as courageous as that instantly without thinking. That's the type of story I want to read, you know?
The medal represents all who have raised their right hand and sworn to give their life, if called upon, for their country. It represents those who have never made it home to receive the thanks and recognition they deserve. Those who charged the beaches in World War II, froze while fighting in Korea, bled out across the lush fields of Vietnam,
Yeah.
and those who never made it home because of another deadly blast in the battlefields of Iraq and Afghanistan. Those who were tortured for years in prisoner of war camps, and those who still rest in distant lands, forever remaining missing in action. The medal represents the parents, husbands, wives, and loved ones who have heard the dreaded knock on their front doors to find a telegram or service member delivering the unbearable news.
Oh,
This is where the true weight of the medal is carried. Being a Medal of Honor recipient is a beautiful burden, but one I am honored to carry.
hell yeah. Wow. It's remarkable, isn't it? Wow. What a great story. I bet it still haunts him, that stuff, you know? I bet it's still very daunting. It's a very moving story. Let me see if he has wrote anything. You know I'm a big fan of books. Oh, he has wrote a book. Okay. It's called You Are Worth It. Let's have a look. You Are Worth It. Let me pull this up here. You Are Worth It. Building a Life Worth Fighting For. His heart flatlined 3 times while being evacuated off the battlefield in Afghan. Yet his spirit was unbroken, severely wounded from head to toe. Kyle lost his right eye, as well as most of his jaw. It would take dozens of surgeons, almost 3 years in and out of hospital to reconstruct his body. From there, he began the process of rebuilding his life. Geesh, look at his arm there. Oh, and his other side of his arm. Oh, my days. What he has accomplished in the last 9 years is extraordinary. He's come back stronger, better, wiser person. Wow. 2014, Kyle was awarded the national highest military decoration, the Medal of Honor, for his singular act of courage on the rooftop of Afghan An action which has been reviewed exhaustively by the military. Kyle became the youngest living recipient of the award and only the second living Marine so honored since Vietnam. Jeez. Kyle's remarkable memoir revealed a central truth that will inspire every leader. Life is worth everything we've got. It is the story of how one man became a so-called hero who willingly laid down his life for his brother in arms. And equally, it is a story of rebirth, how Kyle battled back from the gravest challenge to forge a life of joyful purpose. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this book, I think. I mean, Barack Obama must have gave him the Medal of Honor, so it doesn't surprise me that he's got a recommendation. Jim Mattis as well. Incredible. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to get that book. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Truly remarkable story, a truly remarkable person who really does live by his word of the ultimate sacrifice. There's a lot of people who join and say that they would do the things they do, right? There's a lot of people who sign up, who don't make it through training, who turn around and say, yeah, I would have given my life for the, for the country and so on and so forth. But then there's people who actually do it. And this is an individual that actually did it, which is incredible. He actually put his life on the line. By the looks of it, he flatlined 3 times. So he put himself on the line 3 times, technically, right? Great story. Let me know if you've got any recommendations down below. I will leave a link to the original video by the Heritage Foundation down in the description. Go over there, give it a like, all that good stuff. Very important that you do that. Absolutely remarkable. We need to keep sharing these stories, keep promoting these stories, because we don't want them ever to be forgotten in time, okay? We want them always to live on. Until next time, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.